I'm so sweaty. I'm so sweaty tits. Hello and welcome to episode 32 of the Factor 50 Football Podcast with me, Michael Grantham. I want to start this week with a huge thank you, listener, for joining us at the end of what has been an epic season of Premier League football. The reason for the thank you is last week's episode was by far and away our most viewed episode of all time. So all we need is Arsenal to win the league every week, and then we'll get loads of viewers, which is lovely. So yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Coming out. Arsenal glory
Glorious
supporters coming out.
Just 22 years of pain, mate. Yeah, if you're listening and you like the episodes, please hit the subscribe button. But hey, if you don't, we are just glad you're here because it's nice to do these podcasts and not just be talking to each other. We know that some people are listening, which is lovely. Yeah, what a season it has been. A crazy, crazy season. Arsenal are crowned champions after 22 years of pain. And I have cried probably more than about 50 times in the last week. A crazy season indeed. So crazy, in fact, with 35% of Arsenal's goals coming from set pieces this season, they are being debated as the worst champions of all time. And in the same season, 52% of Bruno Fernandes' assists have come from set pieces. He's been crowned the best player in the league. It's a mad season, isn't it? It's a weird world we live in. But while we're on the topic of deluded Manchester United opinions, I would like to introduce my co-host, as always, Adam Farrell. How are you, mate?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. It was great to see last episode do well, but not the right circumstances for me. Arsenal being champions.
I think it was perfect circumstances.
It was, yeah. I mean, the Arsenal fans were delirious, weren't they? They were going crazy. Obviously,
the attention
now turns to, and I've just realised we've planned this episode. We've not.
Oh yeah.
Talking about the Champions League final that is coming up this week.
That is a very good point. I'll add it to the list.
add the Champions League final in, mate. We're very professional.
We should probably talk about that.
Yeah, we're very professional. But yeah, Premier League season finished. I think a little reflection. Like we started this podcast sort of beginning part of the season, didn't we? And thought let's just go for it, see what happens. And we've enjoyed having a little.
It's been a crazy season. Yeah, what a roller coaster ride, and we've got it all documented in these lovely episodes, so people can go back and listen to all the ups and downs of the season. I think what we're going to do today, as it's the last, we're not really going to go too much into the games from the last day of the season, are we? But we'll talk about those briefly. We're going to talk about the Champions League final. We'll talk about the England squad announcement, which happened on Friday. There's some big omissions there and
huge
some interesting
news
inclusions. Yeah. We've then got a game, which I don't know anything about, but Farrell's got a game for us. And we're going to finish with we're going to look back in episode 1, which was like, when did we do this? August, September time? And we're going to have a look at our pre-season predictions and see how hilariously wrong we were. So if you like laughing at ginger idiots, listener, stay tuned because that's coming towards the end of the episode. So yeah, where do we start?
There's some more.
Yeah, there's some really bad ones. I looked at one of yours and I looked up at the person's stats to see how bad it was. It was really bad.
I can't wait to see what it was. Let's start with, as you kindly introduced him at the beginning of this podcast, Bruno Fernandes breaking the all-time assist record.
All-time assists.
But you were question marking whether this is an own goal.
It was an own goal.
It's a corner mate. Into Dorgu, bullet of a header, hits the crossbar. Always better when it hits the crossbar and goes in. Do you actually think it's an own goal?
Yeah. I didn't. So when I saw it on Match of the Day, I was like, oh, it's just, it's flicked the bar and gone in. But then I think I saw it on the replay on social media, which slowed it down more. And it hits the bar and then comes out, hits the back of the keeper's hand and then goes into the net. It's one of those like really unlucky ones where the goalkeeper does not want it as an own goal. But that is an own goal. But hey, who cares?
Yeah. I do sort of slightly feel if it wasn't such a like a big assist, maybe the panel might have said it was a
Sometimes they do it retroactively, don't they? They like a week later they're like, oh yeah, that assist is no longer his, it's an own goal or whatever. But I doubt they'll do it on this one.
Never heard the word retroactively.
Is that a word? Is that not? Oh, maybe yeah. Retroactively not a word. I'm struggling in the heat, yeah.
I don't think so. But yeah, like an amazing achievement. But obviously that sparked a load of drama. So I'm a big watcher of another podcast, quite a small up and coming podcast.
Little pod,
Stick to Football. So Roy Keane was on there and had a huge go at Bruno Fernandes. Basically, Roy Keane got the quote wrong of what he thought Bruno said. So Roy Keane thought that Bruno said, there were times where I probably should have shot, but I went for the pass instead. But Bruno actually said the opposite.
The other way around.
Yeah, the other way around. So Roy Keane goes on this massive rant about it, going, he's in the wrong headspace. All of this about the assist record. He's thinking about himself. And then Bruno Fernandes goes on the Diary of the CEO podcast, which I've not listened to yet. And he basically says, and here's a little hit back at Roy Keane. He says, I'm fine to take criticism. I just don't like it when people lie. And then Roy Keane on social media put, I think, an image about a donkey pretending to be a lion in
I haven't seen that.
To Bruno Fernandes, basically calling Bruno a donkey, not a lion.
Really? Was it definitely targeted at him? It wasn't just a random post?
I think so. I think it was in...
Right.
Yeah, that's what people are assuming anyway. I mean, it'd be pretty random if
Why
not.
is he hating on United captains so much? Like, you're on the same side, guys, aren't they? Like...
I think Roy Keane, he just doubles down, right? He was never going to admit that he's wrong. He's just going to go...
Just grumpy old man syndrome.
I love Roy Keane, absolute legend, but he is wrong in this situation.
Yeah.
So,
but I think it's funnier if he doubles down, sticks with it.
Yeah, you did say it.
Yeah, I find it funny as well how they have these interactions like through podcasts. They don't just like, oh, I'll just ring him. Or they probably have, like in private, they've probably just spoken and said, yeah, I was wrong about that. So, but it's like returning serve via these massive podcasts, isn't it?
Well, it's become a huge thing now, and it still surprises me sometimes. So people can say something in a podcast, which really you're just chatting, and sometimes you can say stuff that's pretty outrageous, which we'll come to when we look back at our predictions, and maybe you don't fully mean it, but now it becomes like back page news and
it's like part of the journalism
sport
world.
Everything is just sensationalized, and players have to respond to it.
It's very big. The world of podcasts has really influenced like journalism in football, hasn't it? And then here we are celebrating 100 views.
Which they get in literally a second when they release their episode.
Yeah, I looked at was it the Overlap? Maybe they have like 8.4 million subscribers. How ridiculous is that? But that shows the size of podcasts these days, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we've got 18 subscribers. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so subscribe, people. Come on, help us out.
Subscribe.
We need to stop insulting the listeners. That's why we don't have subscribers.
Yeah, true. Any thoughts on the drama? Are you back in Bruno here? You back in Keane?
I mean,
you don't care.
I honestly don't care. I've been too busy watching 4 million posts from the Arsenal social media team. I tell you what, those people need a summer bonus, because they are posting like every 5 minutes. I guess when I first heard it, I thought Roy Keane was right, but then I read the original quote, what Bruno Fernandes originally said, and he was obviously wrong. I don't really care. I just find it funny. I think they should keep going back and forth and shouting at each other. I enjoy it.
There was nothing else to play for in that last game, so of course Bruno's going to try and get record.
Yeah, and attacking players are often very selfish, right? Alan Shearer and Ian Wright and Gary Lineker always used to go on about how I'm not fucking passing that ball. Or if there's a winger who doesn't put in a cross when he could put in a cross, they'd have a go at the winger because they're like, put that fucking ball in the box because I want to score. And if Bruno Fernandes, and that assist record has stood for a long time.
Yeah.
If he wants to try and break it, there's nothing on the line. Why not?
Yeah, I think so as well. Let's go back to obviously Arsenal's glorious scenes as you brought the social media. Then
the champions Arsenal, the champions Arsenal. You got to put that in there as well, yeah.
Fucking hell, this is going to be an awful next year. I really hope you don't.
Imagine if we win the Champions League. Imagine if we win the Champions League.
I'm going to be sick in my mouth. Well, I'm literally going to not be your friend, I think, for next year.
Yeah, just switch off. Mute all chat.
It'd be insufferable.
I don't blame you.
How many videos do you reckon you've watched then, playing it back?
Oh, man. I don't know, 500, 1,000, who knows? Bev asked me the day, just so I know, when are you going to stop scrolling social media watching Arsenal videos? Crying. I was like, give it a few months, maybe. 6 months, a year. I don't know.
Nice to know you being an absent father. Just
Yeah. I'm just sat in the corner scrolling.
yeah, shut up.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
Watching Saka.
Yeah. Move on. What did you? I was interested to ask. What did you make of the title celebrations? As a neutral or an active Arsenal hater, did you watch any of the trophy lifting? Any of that stuff?
No, I didn't watch trophy lifting. I liked it when like Saka and Declan Rice went to the Emirates at like 5 a.m. I think that's a pretty cool thing.
Oh yeah, that was cool, wasn't it?
You've been out all day. Let's go soak it up, and then obviously word gets out. Fans start coming down and mixing with them. But so much nowadays is we got a lot of access to footballers through social media, but actually you don't get a lot of access to them in their personal lives because they're in these big mansions and security and stuff. So to be able to mix with them in public is a pretty cool thing and enjoy those celebrations. And
yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, if I'd have known, I'd have gone. I'd have got up at 2 a.m.
You probably already up. Your kids have got you awake.
Yeah. I think I might have been actually, yeah. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I did enjoy that. One thing that has really struck me, just on the social, and what the players are posting on social media, is how aware they are of all the stuff that's being said about them. Like, we think of them as like this bubble, you know, like they're in training and they're fully focused and everything. But at the end of the day, they're just, you know, most of them pretty young men, and they see all this stuff because they're then posting about, like, you know, giving a bit back when they've won stuff.
Yeah.
Like Ezra was laughing at the Man City bottle wanker bloke.
Oh yeah.
Miles Lewis-Skelly posted a picture of him with the trophy, and the caption was just pure profit. I don't know if you saw that one, because he was being spoken about as maybe being sold because he's an academy kid and it's pure profit for the club. So he posted that as a sort of a in your face to all the people who were saying he might leave. I fucking don't be able to sell him now, but
pure profit.
Yeah, they're really they're aware. They're across all of the. They might say they're not and they're fully focused, and I'm sure they are, but they know what's going on. They don't know. They know what's being said about them in the media, don't they?
Oh yeah, like I've heard stories from managers when players come in at half time, they check their phone. They go on their phone.
Really?
Yeah, to see what
at half time.
Yeah, at half time. Like, I think you're right. Like, these are young men. They're growing up in social media age. That of course they're going to be all across it.
It's just glued to their hand.
They're getting people shouting it at them every week anyway. Like,
yeah.
And annoyingly, obviously, you know, I'm not a big fan of Arsenal. Big fan of Arsenal fans. But
really?
I think people who've come out of this really well, like some of the Arsenal players have come off really well. Like Declan Rice, like, I just love Declan Rice. Like, what a guy.
What a guy.
Saka, amazing. Lewis-Skelly, I like as well. I wish we would buy him. Like, I think a lot of players have come out of this looking really, really good. So yeah, I think there's been a likability factor that's come into the Arsenal squad a little bit more, even though shit football.
I have to ask as well, because I forgot to mention it last week. Did you see Ben White trying to pull down Hincapie's pants in the trophy celebration? Well, I guess, did you see the first incident against, I think it was against Burnley? Did you see that?
No. What happened?
Oh my God. It's like the funniest moment of the season. It was towards the end of the game. Hincapie came on the substitute and he was chasing a ball, and the defender sort of barged him off of it. And the defender, full on, like, as Hincapie fell to the ground, the defender's foot landed like in between his legs, not on him, but on the ground. But obviously he caught his shorts and his base layer, and he just got full on like mega pantsed.
like dick out.
Yeah, full on. I don't think you could see any of that because he was face down, but like his arse was completely out. And it was and it was all over social media. People, I think at the time, because it was during the Burnley game and that we still hadn't won the league then, everyone was stressed to kind of laugh, too stressed to laugh at it. But then in the trophy celebrate, like the players have been interviewed since, and they've all said like they give him so much shit for it because it's so funny. And when Hincapie was past the trophy and he was doing the whole and then as he went to lift it up, Ben White just pantsed him.
Do you know what? Being I call it being bagged. Like being bagged.
Bagged, that's it. Yeah.
Being bagged is still one of the funniest thing. If you bag one of your mates in public, so funny.
35 years old, it's still funny.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely do that on like the next stag do or something. Right, who's getting bagged?
Yeah. Who's the next? Oh, Carl's is the next stag. Watch out,
Carl.
Osborne. You're getting it.
Yeah, you're getting
Yeah.
bagged. But yeah. Okay, so
Right, should we
you're
move
still on a
on
high.
to what else happened?
So European places were decided. So Bournemouth, Sunderland, and Brighton in there. What an achievement by Sunderland, by the way. Finishing 7th in the Premier League is outrageous for your first season, especially as they came up through the playoffs. I mean,
Yeah, that is immense.
they've signed loads of players. I don't know who any of their players are, but they are good players.
They've done very well, yeah. The
Yeah.
whole scattergun, just buy shitloads of players and hope some of them do really well, that has really worked. I'm sure there's more thinking behind that. But
yeah,
they've absolutely smashed it. Especially because they did really well early on, didn't they? And then they kind of had a little leveling out towards the end of the season because it was like, we're safe now. But then they kind of kicked on again and got 7th. I didn't realise they were that close to Europe.
it was so congested
got in on
in
the
there.
last day.
Like even final day of the season, Everton had a chance of getting into Europe. They've now finished 13th, so it's massive how congested that middle of the table was. It was insane.
Very true.
So Bournemouth then and Iraola. I was thinking if we didn't have Carrick, probably the only other real option would have been Iraola, maybe to bring him in.
I can't believe he's not gone to, or he's not. Maybe he has got a job lined up, but I find it weird he's leaving.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't go abroad. Like we do want to keep the best managers, really.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where he would go though.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not too sure. But
there's been talk about, and this is a weird one. Crystal Palace apparently in for him.
Why? Their squad is fucked. They've got players who want to leave. They finished 15th in the Premier League. I genuinely think, early stage prediction here, if they don't sign a decent manager, Palace could be going down next season.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you. It's a big summer for them. They've got to get the manager right and then replace, obviously. They're probably going to lose Wharton, Munoz, Mateta maybe. They've got to replace them. That's a big summer.
Yeah,
a lot of work to do. But shout out Crystal Palace because I hope they win the Conference League. That's tonight, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, it's tonight. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be amazing if all English teams win all the European trophies.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
I think that will happen quite often because now there isn't a drop. You know how it used to be, if you finish like bottom of your group or whatever in the Champions League, you drop down into Europa and so on. And so really good teams would drop into the Europa League and then they would start to battle it out with teams already in it. Now there isn't that drop down. I think the teams who finish like 6th and 7th in the Premier League are so much better than teams who are finishing 4th and 5th in other leagues. I reckon they've got a good chance of, I mean, Tottenham Hotspur, who have just secured back-to-back 17th place finishes. Congratulations. They won the Europa League last season. I think it could happen quite often where 3 or 2 English clubs win the Europa and the whatever the other one's called, Conference Europa Conference. So
I think
we'll see.
Right. Period of domination maybe for the English teams. Speaking of Spurs, disappointing day for you, then, mate. Last day of the season, Spurs stayed up.
It would have been a cherry on the cake. It's just been so funny all season. I kind of do enjoy how obviously they're celebrating not going down. Fair enough, but then sort of mid-celebration, you must be thinking like, well, celebrating not getting relegated. Like, it's not a great celebration, is it? There's going to be more kind of anger than once the celebration is over. Like once that day is done, they're going to be thinking, why the fuck are we in this position in the first place?
Yeah. Do you think Spurs, because back-to-back seasons finishing 17th, it's not. Well, I'm going to say the most obvious thing here. It's not a one-off. Like.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they would
literally
finish?
happened twice. It's like, too off.
Where are they actually? Where their squad? I'm trying to make a point.
Sorry, make a serious point here.
I knew as I was saying, I was like, "This is the most stupid thing I've ever said." It's not a one-off because it's happened 2 times in a row.
I know what you're saying though.
Where realistically do you think their squad should finish? Like compared to the other squads, like where should they be realistically?
they shouldn't be 17th. Like, I don't think they're like top 6 anymore, anywhere near that. But you'd think they have enough about them to be, solid mid-table. But I don't know. There's just something about they've had a lot of injuries the last 2 seasons, haven't they? But then that's not a fluke. Like there's obviously something they're doing maybe in training or their style of play, or like you can't just get unlucky with injuries for 2 years solid.
No.
Whether it's the size of the squad and they're like overplaying players and stuff, which we've suffered with in the past, I don't know. But the players they've got are good enough to be not in a relegation battle 2 years in a row. Definitely.
Yeah. No, I agree. And a little sad point on West Ham, relegated. I've got a bit of a soft spot for West Ham, even though
Have
our
you?
most viral video on TikTok is me having not having a go. I was making a proper point about West Ham, how they always hire a manager and then who's quite pragmatic, does a decent job, and then they say, no, we don't want that anymore. We want to play good football, so we'll bring in a manager who plays good football, and then they flirt with relegation, bring in the pragmatic coach, and then saves them. They all had a massive go at me for that. But I like West Ham. I like you guys, and I'm
How the
disappointed in relegated.
turntables.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Yeah,
been confirmed Nuno's going to stay on today in the Championship, so he's going to
I
stay
saw
as a
that.
manager
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, I think it's disappointing for them.
Yeah, I think at the start of the season you wouldn't have actually. I can't remember whether we did predict West Ham going down. I don't think we did, but I don't think you'd have thought it at the start. This is where we did
No.
predict. Yeah, I think there were enough teams in the league who you'd have said at the start of the season are worse than them, and they've just really underperformed. Was it this season they had Graham Potter at the start of the season and they sacked him?
Yeah.
Was that
Graham
this
Potter at the
season?
start. Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
I mean, look what he's done with Sweden since he went. Like Graham Potter's a really good manager. Would they have been better off if they'd just stuck with him, given him some time?
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean the biggest mistake was hiring Lopetegui. Like he was sacking David
Oh yeah,
Moyes
that was
and
bad.
hiring Lopetegui is one of the worst decisions they've ever done. Like,
I'm pretty sure that's around about the time when you made those comments on the podcast and it all kicked off on social media.
yeah.
But ultimately, you've been proved right.
I've been proved right. So
Yeah.
suck it, West Ham fans.
Suck it, you Irons.
But no,
last point, I reckon, before. Yeah. Before we move on to England squad news, I just want to take a moment to sincerely laugh at Liverpool, Spurs, and Chelsea. I mean, we've done Spurs, but Liverpool and Chelsea, my God, what an absolute shit show of a season for both of those clubs.
Chelsea finished 10th.
10th, yeah.
That is awful.
And they were, I remember we drew with them at like maybe around Christmas time, and their fans were saying, like, we're in this title race. We're in this title race now. We just drew with Arsenal. Are you sure down there? They took 4 points from their last 9 games, Chelsea.
Insane.
How about that? Yeah.
Alonso's got some work to do in there.
He has.
And Liverpool obviously all kicked off with Salah. They're also going to keep Slot, which I think is a mistake, because I guarantee you Slot will be gone by Christmas next year.
You reckon?
Yeah. That's another prediction. I'm making early predictions here.
You're going balls out on this episode.
Slot just stinks of what happened with Amorim. Like, the fans don't want him. So anytime there's a little blip, they'll be on him like a ton of bricks and they'll want to get him sacked.
Yeah. And they're going to go through, obviously, another summer transfer window with his signings coming in. And then if they do sack him early next season, they've wasted all that time and money and rebuilding again. So it's another big, I say it a lot, don't I? But another big summer for Liverpool, because they've got some work to do with that squad, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, now on to the big England squad announcement, which I think it's fair to say I'm massively disappointed, underwhelmed. We've got a German spy in our midst who's sabotaging England at this World Cup, Thomas Tuchel. What's he playing at? What did you think of the squad?
Well, I think I sent it to you. There was a post of like, this is 7 or 8 players he's picked, and this is 7 or 8 players he hasn't picked. Yeah. And I was looking at 2 lists, and I was like, if I imagine I can't see the title, I'm not sure which one of those two lists is better. There's some omissions that I agree with. Like, I don't think Phil Foden has been good enough to be in the squad. I rate that admission. I've never rated Cole Palmer, as you know. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think he should be. I don't
surprising.
think he should be anywhere near the squad. But yeah, some of the other ones, Adam Wharton, Morgan Gibbs White, Harry Maguire, one for you United fans.
Thank you.
Luke Shaw has played every game this season. Like, in the
Yeah.
past, he's struggled with fitness, but he's played 38 games this season. I think there's some odd omissions, and then you look at the players who've got in over them, and it's like, are they better? Are they in better form? I don't know. I always do. The one thing I would say is I I'll react however I react to this when the squad's announced. But once the players are picked, like, it's not their fault they're in or out. We've got to just back them, and I will.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
I will cheer Jordan Henderson if he scores, even if I don't
Oh,
think he should be in the
absolutely.
squad.
I'll be so excited. I'm already excited now. Like I get that little tingling feeling about World Cup. I absolutely love it. I think
Mm.
there's 4 players he's chosen that should be nowhere near this squad. I'm going to
Go on then.
name
Who
them
are they?
for you. So my 4
Call them out.
players that shouldn't be in this squad are Kwanzaa from Bayer Leverkusen. No, should be nowhere near it. Spence, what the fuck is he doing in the squad?
I agree with that
I
one.
heard something the other day that he's in it because he's fast. Fuck me. How low's the bar? Um, for me, Jordan Henderson as well shouldn't be in the squad. And finally, you might not like this one, but Madueke shouldn't be in the squad either.
Mm.
They're my 4 players who should not be in that England squad.
And who would you put in instead of those?
So I put in Morgan Gibbs White instead of Jordan Henderson. I think I think he's really, really good. And then I put in Luke Shaw and Maguire into defence. And then attacking wise, who would I put in?
Over
I think
Madueke?
I think you'd probably put in a Foden. But yeah, I agree. He should be nowhere. He shouldn't be starting. He's just not had that good of a season at all. And he's not done it for England ever. It's his big problem.
Yeah.
He's never took it on. So yeah, I think there's other options there that we could have chosen. Or I like Palmer, so I would have taken Palmer in there. I saw
Mm.
some footballers who were naming their first choice 11, and loads of them had Palmer in their first choice 11. Never mind even the squad.
Really?
Yeah,
But we've
which
got
is a
so
big
many good
confusion.
number 10s. I don't think I'm not saying he's a dreadful player, Cole Palmer. I just think we've got so many better attacking midfielders than him.
Yeah, yeah. But I think there's a few good choices in there, like Tony. I think actually good decision to bring Tony along. Kobbie Mainoo made the squad. Obviously, I think that's a good decision
Obviously.
to bring in as well. Like I guess the other one in defence who didn't make it was name's just gone out of my head. Left back at Newcastle,
Lewis Hall?
Lewis Hall. Yeah, so he's taken Livramento,
Oh, yeah,
but
he
not
didn't make
Lewis
it, did he?
Hall.
Yeah.
Lewis Hall this year,
He's
like
been very good.
he had Lamine Yamal in his pocket when he played
Yeah.
against Barca. So yeah, there's a few
Yeah.
choices there. I'm like, oh, I'm unsure.
No
Another
place for
big one
Miles
is
Lewis Skelly either.
yeah, Lewis Skelly as well. Another thing that I think a bit worrying. We've not played that well under Tuchel. We had a 3-game period in one of the international breaks where we played well. The rest of the time, it's really not worked. And I'm coming into this World Cup thinking, I'm not sure how we're going to do. What do you think is the minimum expectation for England at this World Cup?
It depends on the draw. Because if you get unlucky and like
This always
you get through the
depends
group,
with you. Fucking hell. Say what you think, man.
this is what I think. It depends. Like if we draw Brazil in the first knockout round and we get knocked out, you know, they're quite good. Although, yeah, we are good as well. I
We're
think
better,
semi-final, anything less than that would feel a bit underwhelming. But I feel like a lot of the media kind of almost expect England to win this tournament. But you look at the strength of France and Spain and Brazil and Germany. I'm not sure we're considerably better than any of them. And some of the depth that France and Spain have got is outrageous. And in a one-off game, I'm not sure I'd fancy us against either of those. Obviously, anything can happen, but I'd make both of them favourites above England. So if there's two teams that are favourites above us, then I would say like semi-finals-ish should be where we get. Anything less than that probably will feel a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, my expectations are tempered really off the back of playing well in qualifying, the squad choice. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win it. I think semi-finals should be where we get to. Anything less than that, I think Tuchel will have to go. But I think we'll probably go out quarters if I'm predicting, really.
Yeah, I think when we were messaging the other day, I was trying to look at. It's the first time I've actually looked at like the fixtures and when they're being played and stuff. And I was trying to work out on the little tournament pre. Okay, if we win the group, we go there and we might play this team and so on. And I think if we do win our group, the first knockout round is a decent-ish opponent. We play third place, one of a number of third place teams, which is likely to be a favourable draw. Then the next round after that, I don't know, is that the quarterfinals or is that? There's so many fucking rounds now.
I think so, yeah. So many teams.
But the next round after that is like, that's where you might start to meet a Brazil or a Germany or something like that, depending on where they finish. So it's impossible to know who you're going to face. But I think by the time you get to a quarterfinal, you're going to be playing a good team, regardless of how lucky you get with the draw. So we'll see. I don't expect us to win it, but that's why it'll feel even better when we do.
I mean, it would be amazing if we did. It'd be amazing.
It would be.
Here's a question for you, because we asked this question before earlier on the season and you gave a controversial answer. Let's say England win the World Cup this year. What would feel better? Arsenal winning the Premier League or England winning the World Cup?
Arsenal winning the Premier League.
Fucking Judas.
You can't beat this feeling. It's so good.
Oh my God. No, can't believe
I'll be delighted, but Arsenal in the Premier League. 22 years I've not seen like my whole adult life.
22 years? England? Fucking 50 years. Like.
Yeah, but I'm just on a day-to-day basis, I'm just nowhere near as invested in England as I am with Arsenal, because we don't play very often. And when we do play, it's like, we're playing another pointless, meaningless, friendly or Nations League game that no one really cares about. So like, I deeply care about England for 2 months. Yeah, but that's 2 months of a year or 6 weeks of a year. Arsenal are playing fucking 65 games a season that I'm absolutely gripped by. So you care more of the time you spend focused on your club team than your national team.
No, I'm totally the opposite. I just think it's such a huge occasion if England's in a final. Like when we got to the European final, it was incredible. Like just the whole country's energy. Like when Arsenal do it, you've got North London and some other.
I don't know, mate. Have you seen the celebrations? There's like 4 bajillion Arsenal fans.
Yeah, there's but England fans, it's like the whole country's going for it. And I just love that feeling of being part of something massive when it happens. So yeah, difference of opinion there, mate. Difference of opinion.
I'm not saying I wouldn't celebrate it. It would be absolutely incredible, but it would be second best.
Well, I'm going to ban you from celebrations if we win it. Go celebrate your title.
I will still be celebrating the title.
You'll be turning up in your Arsenal kit, fucking Premier League trophy.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, we're going to go on to the game that I suggested.
Okay.
For us.
Yeah.
So this game was because Bev sent you and then passed it on to me a list of quotes that you've said whilst watching Arsenal games this year. So Bev's done this really wonderful thing, Mike's partner, where she secretly watched Mike watching football across the season. And when he said something stupid or mental, she's made a note of it, which is the date, the game, and the quote. Okay? So we're going to play a game of real or fake, which is basically, I'm going to read you out a quote, Mike, and you have to tell me whether you said that quote and it's a real quote, or whether you didn't say it and it's a fake quote. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got 10 to go through with you.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Number 1. I genuinely might shit myself thinking about this game.
That's definitely real. If it's me watching Arsenal, I could have said that during any game.
That is real. That is correct. Well done. A point for you. Very, very good. A great quote as well. Number 2. Ready? That's a fucking foul, you absolute moron.
That sounds like something I would say. Yeah, I'm going to go real.
That is fake, I'm afraid.
Oh, I didn't say that. Okay.
It's very close to the original. So your actual quote was, "That's a fucking foul, you shitty moron head."
That's better.
So it was
You
close,
shitty moron head. Okay.
You shitty moron head. So unfortunately, you didn't get that one right.
Okay.
Number 3. Oh, my testicles just went inside me.
No, that's got to be fake.
That's real. That's real.
Right. Okay. Good. Well done.
Excellent. This is brilliant. Number 4. I'm starting to believe we might actually do this.
That sounds wildly optimistic. Oh, actually, I think that's real. I think I know what game that's from. That's from the City game. I think because we played so well and we started well, I got very optimistic and then we lost.
You need to pay attention to the words I'm saying because that is fake. But again, it's very close to the original. So you did say something.
I said something similar. Okay.
So you said, "I'm starting to believe we can win this," not "I'm starting to believe we might actually do this."
Okay. I mean, it's close enough, but I remember saying something like that in my delirious optimism.
Okay, fine. Number 5. Odegaard's got lovely balls.
I do say that quite often, I think. When he's on the pitch. Yeah. Real.
Correct. You got that one right. Well done. 2 points. Correct. Cool. 6. When I was having a poo, I was thinking to myself, could we just be 3-0 up at half time? I pooed it into existence.
That wasn't very long ago. I remember saying that. That was the Fulham game. That's real. Yeah.
Well done. Point for you. Number 7. I've had itchy bollocks more entertaining than this.
It sounds very plausible, but I don't remember. I'm going to go fake.
It is fake. Well done. You said you've had itchy ball bags more entertaining than this.
Oh, I did actually say okay. Okay.
So I
don't remember that.
It was ball bags instead of bollocks. Okay.
I must have been really enjoying watching that game.
Yeah. Number 8's a good one. You long-haired, floppy little bellend.
Who's a long? That's not going to be an Arsenal player. I've been talking about an opposition player. Long-haired, floppy little bellend. Haaland, maybe. I'll go real. Yeah.
It is real. Correct. Well done. Not bad. Not bad.
Yay.
Okay, last 2. 9. I'm not doing the podcast on Wednesday if we lose. And you lost.
We haven't lost that many times this season. Not doing the podcast if we... Oh, that'll be after... Yeah, real. That'll be after the United game, won't it?
Correct. Well done. You got that right.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Last one. Who's he got to shag to get a foul?
Yeah, I reckon that's me talking about Victor Gyökeres. I think that's real.
Oh, so that's fake, but again, it's very close. So you said, who's he got to suck off to get a foul, not shag to get a
foul? The man never gets fouls.
So, well, do you know what? Not too bad out of that. 6 out of 10. Congratulations.
Yeah. I remember some of those. Yeah, I do shout some delirious stuff.
You absolute potty mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a fun game. Should we go on to our embarrassing predictions, mate?
Yes, right. I'll load them up. So we've got, we had a few categories. This is back in September, I think. We were 5 games in. I've rewatched episode 1. We were 5 games in to the season when we decided to start this podcast because we're middle-aged white men. What else would we do but start a podcast? And we made, I think, 7 or 8 categories, and we picked, in that episode, we've picked the title winner, top scorer, all that stuff. We also, if you remember, we did a challenge AI thing. So you made your prediction, I made mine, and then we also asked AI to give theirs. So let's see who did best in the predictions.
Okay.
I'll load up I made a note in my phone called Podictions. That's good.
Nice. I like it. Very punny.
So, title winner, obviously Arsenal won the league. I said Arsenal. Farrell, can you remember who you said?
Well, only because you told me the other day on WhatsApp.
Oh, did I?
But I went. I went for Liverpool.
You did go for Liverpool, and to be fair, so did AI. AI went for Liverpool, and a lot of pundits as well. I think like 22 out of 30 pundits picked Liverpool across like BBC pundits. So Liverpool were the more popular choice, but I was correct there. Are we doing points for this, or we're just whizzing through it?
Yeah, well, we don't have to do points, but yeah, obviously you definitely win that round because you got the correct.
Okay. So top 5, so the rest, second through to 5th, the Champions League places. Farrell, you went for Liverpool in second. No, you didn't. You went for Liverpool to win. You went Arsenal second.
That's it. Okay,
City, Chelsea, and Spurs as your top 5. So a couple of good ones.
I didn't put United in my top 5.
You did not put. I think you said 6th, if I remember rightly.
I did think beginning of the season they'd finish 6th. Yeah. Yeah.
I shamefully did the same thing. So I had, apart from Liverpool and Arsenal the way around, I had City, Chelsea, and Spurs 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Wow.
AI probably did a little bit better than us on this one. They had Liverpool as winners, which was wrong, and Arsenal second. City 3rd, Chelsea 4th, and they did put United in 5th. So they were AI was the only one. Okay. AI was the only thing that gave United a shot of Champions League football. The
Why
relegation
are we so positive
battle,
on Spurs?
I don't know. Yeah, that is a really appalling. I think when I watched it back, and we were both saying we rated Thomas Frank, and we thought he would, they would have a good season under Thomas Frank, which obviously did not happen.
Another prediction gone wrong.
Yeah. Another really bad prediction. Relegation, we went for the same 3 teams to be relegated. And actually, we did quite well. We went Wolves and Burnley, and then we both went for Leeds to be relegated. Obviously, it was West Ham, not Leeds. But 2 out of 3, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
AI is an absolute mare. They got Burnley to be relegated. They also picked 2 of the top 10, Sunderland and Brentford, to get relegated.
Wow.
So,
but you could see where they were coming from, because Brentford lost Thomas Frank, but Keith Andrews has done a great job. But
yeah. I think that shows how good a job him and the Sunderland guy have done at those 2 clubs. Neither of those teams.
We don't know anybody who's at Sunderland. I don't even know their manager. Don't know any players, and here they are.
I know Granit Xhaka. He's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done very well. They've had good seasons. Top scorer. This was an easy one to predict. Both went for Haaland, obviously. Haaland. AI. Do you want to have a shout at who AI went for? It's not Haaland.
It was Gyökeres, wasn't it? If I remember correctly.
It was Victor Gyökeres, which is not a bad shout. I think he was like 5th or 6th. So yeah, we win against AI there. Assists. This is a good one. None of us got this right, actually. I went Bukayo Saka. You remember who
I know what I went for. I know what I went for here. And it is probably the worst prediction anyone has ever made, ever.
I don't know. There's a couple later that are also quite bad. So I went Bukayo Saka. AI picks Mo Salah. 2 pretty solid choices. Farrell, you went for Jacob Murphy at Newcastle. Bit of a left field shout. And I checked his how many assists he got in the Premier League. 33 appearances, he got 2 assists.
2! 2 is so bad.
So he missed out on the top assist by a mere 19.
Oh my God. A mere 19. That is terrible.
Yeah,
Fucking
that was a funny
Jacob
one.
Murphy.
I see, like, he had a good season the season before, didn't he? I think.
He was always feeding Isak, so like him and Isak had like a good. I mean, I bet if I went back and checked his actual assists for the season before, they're probably not great either. But yeah.
Well, it was a left field shout. We're probably desperate for viewers, and we needed some outlandish predictions, didn't we? The next one is dead straightforward. Golden Glove. We all went for David Raya, and David Raya won it by a mile. Player of the season. Okay. Yeah, you went David Raya. Yeah. Well, he's won it 3 years in a row now. So, player of the season. Who Bruno Fernandes, obviously one player of the season. None of us got this right. I went Bukayo Saka. You went Hugo Ekitike as player of the season. I mean, he's done okay. He's done all right.
Oh God, do you know what it was? Is those first 5 games he started well, didn't he? Like
He did start very well. Yeah, he
started for
scored a lot
Liverpool
of
really
goals.
well, and you're like, okay, this guy looks
Yeah.
good. Fuck.
Yeah, didn't turn out that way really, and obviously a big injury ended this season a bit early. I would say your shout was still better than AI's, who predicted Florian Wirtz as player of the season. That did not work.
Oh, bad shout.
Yeah. Young player of the season. Can you remember who you picked for young player of the season?
Did I give it to Palmer again?
You went for Cole Palmer.
Do that?
Yeah. I went for Florian Wirtz. And AI also went for Cole Palmer.
Oh God.
So none of us got that one. I had to Google who won.
And who got
Do you
it?
know who actually won? O'Reilly got it, yeah.
No, who won it? Oh, fair play. He has been pretty amazing.
Yeah, he's had a good season. Unexpected hit of the season. This is a good one. Obviously, there's no official winner of these next categories, but unexpected hit. You went for Jacob Murphy again.
No, I didn't. Fuck off.
You went for you picked him for two awards, and the Ballon d'Or, I think, as well. AI picked Victor Gyökeres, but they said they thought he'd be top goal scorer, so they picked Gyökeres, and I absolutely nailed it. I would say I picked Semenyo of Bournemouth / Man City, so I think I nailed that.
Yeah, he did do well there. Yeah, he did do great. He was very good.
Season. I think he got 17 goals. However, flop of the season, you've absolutely nailed. You picked Alexander Isak, which is, I'd say, hard to argue with after what he's done this season, which is nothing.
I remember the first episode. Like, I literally put that on the YouTube thumbnail. Isak will flop. I remember that on that, and that was my balls out prediction. I'm glad to get something right. I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day, isn't it? So.
Yep, and we'll take it. We'll take those 2 wins. AI picked Mason Mount. This is where we originally started chatting about Mason Mount, because we argued, is he not already a flop at that point? I think. So yeah, Mason Mount was the flop from AI, and I picked Benjamin Sesko. I said he would flop, which I think is probably harsh based on how his season. I wouldn't say he's flopped. I think he started badly, but since then he's done all right.
You said on a previous episode, only a couple of episodes ago, you think he's done well. So yeah, you're definitely wrong there.
Yeah, so I'll eat humble pie on that one. Although I hope he flops next season. That'd be lovely. And then to finish, last one, we got outlandish prediction. To be fair, we did quite well on this. I've nailed this. You went for Amorim to be sacked and then replaced by Glasner, so you're sort of half right. Not bad.
Yeah, half right.
I said, I don't know if you remember, but I had 2, and one of them we had to cut one out, so I said another one. So my original prediction was Liverpool would not win a trophy this season, which at the time everyone was outraged about. Well, when I say everyone, I mean you. Which turns out they were nowhere near. But then because we cut that out, I said another one, which was Bournemouth to finish top 6, and they have finished in the top 6.
Wow, that is a massive prediction. Yeah, that's huge. Fair play.
That's a really good shout. Yeah.
I think you've done pretty well throughout those.
Yeah, not too many dreadful ones. I mean, Florian Wirtz's young player of the season was pretty bad, but and City said, AI said City would finish outside the top 4, which they were wrong about, but we did all right, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the Jacob Murphy one is by far the worst shout that's ever been said.
Yeah, it's not brilliant. It's not a great shout.
Yeah, okay. Well,
but not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Well, I look forward to doing it all again soon. Is Factor 50 coming back for, season 2? Is it
season 2? Well, we're going to do a few over the summer, aren't we? We're going to keep going. We're going to try. If there's enough to talk about, we'll do some over the summer and then see what happens next season.
Yeah, okay. Are we going to do, again, probably the chat for not on the pod, but are we going to do our quiz episode next week?
Yeah, we should, shouldn't we? We need to try and find a host for that, don't we?
Okay, if
we
you're
need a
listening
special
to this,
guest.
yeah, if you want to host the quiz, we'll provide you with the questions. Will
Yeah.
we do that? Yeah, probably. We'll provide you with the questions. You just have to ask us,
Yeah.
and it's
Or you
Adam
can write
doesn't
your own,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you.
And we'll do
If you
that
wanna
next
get on-
week. You need to be available on a Wednesday as well. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, Wednesday, 11 a.m., please. That'd be great.
Lovely. Right. I think that's it, isn't it? For another episode?
I think so. I think we've managed to get away with not talking about Pep Guardiola's last game in English football and leaving. Pretty big news
That's
as
true.
well, but
Forgot
I feel
about
like
him.
that was you did that by design because you Fraudiola as you call him.
I'd genuinely forgotten about that. Good riddance. Bye, Pep.
But anyway, that is the end of a season. We'll be back next week to obviously do the quiz and also a brief discussion on the Champions League final. We'll see if Arsenal are able to do it. And we are aware that obviously I've lost the predictions game and there is a forfeit coming. We're just figuring out what that's going to look like. It's on the way. But thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.